Ash Media's coverage of the Australian Junior Sedan title proudly brought to you by Speedway Sedans Australia.
50 metres from getting a start. Another one for Brooklyn Vanzetti. Go Ricky Cornwall, another one flooding through. I'm sorry I can't get to any more, there's about another 15. Let's concentrate. The first final, stand by. Into the main straight they come. The C main is all go. 18 cars across the track and a perfect dispatch down the main straight the first time. And Ricky Cornwall on the outside of Blake Webb. They're safely through turns 1 and 2, and it's Ricky Cornwall from Victoria who hits the front back to Blake Webb in second place. As they go down the back straight, there's a car on the outside of him. I think it's Jake Havens from Western Australia for the first time tonight. They're focusing in the twilight, in the lights, and not in daytime. And we've got to refocus the eyes, but they're driving absolutely brilliantly. 3 wide down the back straight once again. This is lap number 2 of 19. Out in front, Ricky Cornwall by a car length. On the outside is Jake Havens. Oh, we've got one upside down. We've got one upside down. There was a bit of contact. That's Carl Quinlan. It's landed on its wheels. And we've got our first stoppage for a rollover this afternoon and this evening. It's turn 4. And it's landed on its wheels. It went sideways, and there was unfortunately contact because there was numerous cars in close vicinity. But luckily it's landed on its wheels. Let's hope he is okay. But we've got a stoppage in the C main. It was going so beautifully, very, very quick indeed. We'll take some music until we get word on, I'm sure it's Carl Quinlan down there, the 85. Field. Stand by for the restart. They'll come to the cone. Away. Cornwall leads them from Blake Webb back then to Havens in third place. Brad Dartner in fourth as they move out of turn number 2 on the restart. There's a car charging around the outside. I think it's Angus Hollis, it is, in car number 16 as they move down the back straight. Hollis is flying on the outside. He might round them up here as they come into the main straight. Ricky Cornwall runs wide. Havens from Western Australia moves into second place. 108 Blake Webb is in third. Dartner in fourth. You can throw a tissue over those 4 cars. Hollis is in 5th place. He's right up there with them. So too is Josh McKeown as they storm down the back straight. This is the quickest anyone has gone. Oh, there's a big charge of cars here for the lead as they move into the main straight. Cornwall just in front of Havens. Back then to the 29 car of Brad Dartner, Blake Webb and Angus Hollis. Back to Josh McKeown, Carter Armstrong, Cameron Pearson. It is a very, very big motor car race at the moment. There's 10 or 11 cars fighting for the 2 spots available in the B main. Out of turn 4 they come again. 3 across the track if you don't mind. Cornwall, Havens and Dartner for the lead. And right behind them is Blake Webb from Western Australia. Angus Hollis prevailing on the outside. Oh, 1 car's got around that. Ricky Cornwall, who's in the lead group of 4. The yellow lights have come on. There's 15 laps to go. That's up in turn number 2. By Jingo's Crikeys, this is exciting stuff. We've still got a way to go, 15 to go. They're in the back straight here at Timmis, about to get themselves a green light for a restart in the C main. Just 2 of them go through to the B. Set. Away. Good dispatch too for the 15 car of Ricky Cornwall. Second place and going strongly Brad Dartner. Third place is Blake Webb. The challengers are coming from further back in the field as they move out of turn 2. Angus Hollis is in 4th place, back then to Gage Price, and on the inside is Josh McKeown. Back of the rank, they're 3 wide, 4th, 5th and 6th meanwhile, and behind them is Pearson, Carter Armstrong and Caleb Lincoln. They're also 3 wide. Back then in 10th place is the 55 car, and that is Lawrence. Out in front we've had a change. It's now Brad Dartner who's taken up the running from Ricky Cornwall. So it's a charade leading. Back in 3rd place it's Blake Webb. 4th place at this point in time is that of Pearson. Then we've got Gage Price, McKeown, Armstrong. It's a huge gaggle of cars. fighting for the minor placings as they move out of turn number 2. This has been run at a breakneck speed, the quickest they've gone all weekend, and this is just the C main, if you don't mind. The race leader comes up to complete 7 laps. Oh, there's trouble between 4th, 5th and 6th, and one is Blake Webb has parked the car on the track after a bit of a contact, and he went infield, has rejoined, has stopped the car on the track here at the top of the main straight, and we've got another stoppage, 12 to go. Into the main straight they come. It's nose to tail, and it's a very, very long freight train of cars fighting for the lead. Out in front, it's Brad Gardner. He leads by not very much. The first to break formation was that of Angus Hollis. He's gone to the top. Dave Price is following him through. They're both behind Ricky Cornwall. Down into turn 3. That's Price and also Hollis are coming up on the outside of Cornwall, who's still in 2nd place. Gardner is the race leader as they move down the main straight back to McEwen. Carter Armstrong on the outside of McEwen. They're 3 wide, if you don't mind, for 2nd place. Price gets through on Cornwall, and on the outside went Angus Hollis, and the inside went McEwen. So Cornwall's gone from 2nd to 5th in the blink of an eye. Also right up there is Carter Armstrong. They're all fighting for 1 place. That is 2nd. Gardner's out in front by 25 or 30 metres. The rest of them, about 10 of them, are fighting for the 2nd transfer spot. It's Brad Gardner leading by about 6 car lengths. Gage Price in 2nd place. Angus Hollis 3rd, back then in 4th place. It's McEwen. Carter Armstrong on the outside. Cornwall in 6th as they move out of turn 4 again. I think after that it could be Caleb Lincoln. Yes, it is. Then Lawrence is next. Then Pearson, Brock and Bent. That is the main body of the field. It's a spectacular C main in progress. 2 cars will go through to the B main. At this stage, it is Brad Gardner and Gage Price. 9 laps to go in the C main. They're running 3 wide into the main straight. Gardner, Price, back then in 3rd place. It's the 16 of Angus Hollis. Carter Armstrong, Josh McEwen is next. Caleb Lincoln and Ricky Cornwall has been run at a breakneck speed in the C main, but the lead 2 cars have a bit of a gap. Angus Hollis and Carter Armstrong have some work to do. They come up this time around with 8 laps to go. Carter Armstrong has gone through to 3rd place now. He comes underneath of Angus Hollis. Back into McEwen, Lincoln 6th. 7th place, the 15 of Ricky Cornwall. Oh, we've got 2 cars in the fence, and it's the 2 West Australians. 108 Blake Webb and Avens in car number 71. Jake Avens have had a heavy hit into the concrete wall here at the top of the main straight, and I would suspect both of these cars will be out of the race. My goodness gracious me, we've got 8 laps to go. It's been an absolute belt of a race. Jake Avens is out of the car in car number 71. Blake Webb is still in his car moving around, but Jake Avens will be a retiree. Out of turn 4 they come. Away once again in the C main. Gardner, Price, Armstrong, Hollis and McEwen. 5 cars have got away. Couple of car lengths then to Caleb Lincoln. So move out of turn number 2 the first time on the restart. It's a little bit bumpy down there in Pitts Bend, but it's Brad Gardner out in front. Gage Price from Western Australia in 2nd place. Oh, there's trouble here. Caleb Lincoln comes through underneath of Josh McEwen. They sorted themselves out. They bounced off the concrete wall, but they've lost some ground. Carter Armstrong still in 3rd place. Up now in 4th place. I'm not quite sure. Oh, we've got quite a big one rolled over. A very big crash. We've got a very big rollover here in Pitts Bend, and that now does not resemble a charade. That is the 108 of Blake Webb. It is really taken a big tumble in Pitts Bend. Now we'll take some music, but Blake Webb's car is crushed in.
Did you get that roll? Never started that roll.
It is Blake moving car 108, but Blake is moving around in the car, which is good news. There we are, he's moving around with the ambulance officials. How about putting hands together for Blake Webb? He's taken a very, very good crash. The second one in this race after not having any.
Price, Armstrong, Lincoln, Hollis it is in 5th place, McEwen 6th. After that, Ricky Cornwall in 7th place. Stand by for the restart. Away and racing again. Gardner leads them. Carter Armstrong looking ominous after starting out in position number 12. He's up there underneath the Gage Price as they get through turn 1 and 2. Armstrong out after Gage Price as they move down the back straight. It's Gardner in front. On the outside, it's Gage Price. Carter Armstrong looming large from Queensland, and he moves into 2nd place. Gage Price to try and fight back. McEwen to 4th, Caleb Lincoln up to 5th, Hollis back in 6th place as they move out of turn 2. Oh, and a great move there by Gage Price, dives back underneath and goes back into 2nd place on Carter Armstrong. A stride job if that's possible on this track. So moving to the main straight, it's a race in 3 for the C main with 5 laps to go. Only 2 of these 3 cars are going to qualify. There's Brad Gardner, Gage Price and Carter Armstrong. Armstrong goes back into 2nd place. Price fights back on the outside. They're both out after Gardner. Price goes back into 2nd place. Carter Armstrong goes back underneath the Gage Price. Hammer and Tom, tornado to tornado as they go down the main straight. It's very, very close. There's 0.1 of a second between them as they go into turn number 2. Is Gage Price on the outside of Carter Armstrong. The rest of them are getting a bit far behind. Oh, Gage Price clobbers the concrete wall. He clobbers it again all by himself, and that is the end of the penny section of Gage Price. And we'll probably have a stoppage unless he can get off the track. But it's Carter Armstrong and Brad Gardner who are going to qualify unless something miraculous happens in the last couple of laps. There's only 3 to go. Gage Price has bumped right off. He's well back down the field now. He's in 11th place as another car retires. I think that could be Corey Greening. Yes, it is. Into the main straight they come again. There's 2 laps to go now in the C main. And the race leader is that of Brad Gardner. Carter Armstrong has come from a mile back, is in 2nd place. Back to Caleb Lincoln in 3rd. 4th place is Josh McEwen. 5th place is Cameron Pearson, then Angus Hollis. So move out of turn 4. The white lights will come on. There's 1 lap to go here in the C main. There are the white lights. There is the white flag. It is Gardner out in front from Carter Armstrong. Lincoln is 3rd. Back to McEwen in 4th. Then Angus Hollis. The 55 of Lawrence is 6th, and Pearson. Then the Corporal is 8th. Back to Bruff and Bent. And that is the way they're going to finish. Come on, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. The first 2 cars to advance to the next final is car 29. Brad Gardner gets the double checkered flag. 2nd place is Carter Armstrong. 3rd place goes to Caleb Lincoln. 4th, Josh McEwen, just ahead of Angus Hollis. Adrian Lawrence is 6th. Back to Cameron Pearson. Ricky Cornwall. Ben is 9th. They're back to Bruff in 10th. Coming through after that will be car number 11, which is that of Jack Ramsdale, finisher 11th. Paige Goldsack Quinn is 12th in car 27. Then Noah Van Ginneken in 26th. Not finishing the race, Gage Price. Corey Greening, in fact, has Gage Price come across the line? I haven't seen him in the last lap or so. No, didn't finish. Gage Price, Corey Greening, Blake Webb, Jake Evans and Cale Quinlan did not complete the distance. So there we have it. Brad Gardner and Carter Armstrong advance the tremendous